nhanh chạy, tan hàng lẹ thế. Tan hàng quá lẹ. Ủa chị Xuân Quỳnh đâu? Xuân Quỳnh đâu? Xuân Quỳnh chở chị lên mà.
Nó kiếm mặt trên cái đầu gì đâu có biết đâu. Nó thả chị đây rồi. Chị may qua chỗ đó cái chỗ mặt trên để vô nó mặt trên mình thì nó có biết là nó đi đâu.
Hello chị. Dạ.
Tới cái ông mà có cái bạn no fly zone nó mượn ông đó chụp hình rồi trả lại.
No fly zone.
Chắc tỷ không ra.
Việt Nam của mình tới đây nè. See, all my people come. Two birds.
You guys from Taiwan?
Vietnamese.
Oh, Vietnam.
Yeah, not Taiwan.
So did you see the banners over there?
Yeah.
You know, Taiwan supports the Ukraine.
Yeah,
We
me
call it,
too.
so it's like.
It's so sad, you know. I cry. I see it's bad. Yeah, it's not good. You know, that's crazy. Yeah. Please stay here with me. I see him. I do it. Yeah. And so, you know, it's not good like that. Like my country too. In Vietnam, they come and travel sometimes. That's why we come over here. You know.
You don't want to leave, huh?
Yeah, we can't stay here long. Come again, you know. It's not. Yeah, Cuba. I go over here early. They come. My friends, yeah, they come here. A lot of people, Hi, Johnny.
Good to see you.
Yeah, here.
Pray for Ukraine.
I have. Why you be here today? You didn't come with all my
Amen. Good
people
to
in
see you.
here. Yeah.
Honored to be here. We're standing with Ukraine. We're standing for freedom. And I'm honored to be a part today. And we're thankful for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes,
God
so
bless
sad.
you. Thank you.
Johnny.
I'm going to run pray real quick. Good to see you. Thank you for
Thank
saying
you.
hello.
Chỗ đi tiểu đâu giờ, tiểu chết luôn.
Trời, em đang quay trực tiếp mà chị nói. Chị có em mà ơi, cái giọng không
Doesn't stop this nonsense of the war. No, the Ukrainians are free. They want independence. They are democratic, and Russia will not take their
Stop war!
Stop Putin! Stop the war!
Hey!
Stop Putin! Stop the war!
Hey!
Stop Putin! Stop the war! 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 Stop Putin! Stop the war!
Hold on.
We stand with Ukraine!
Oh.
We stand with Ukraine! 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 We stand with Ukraine!
Oh, let your hand!
Kiss me. Đứng đây nè.
Việt và cộng đồng người Mỹ gốc cộng đồng người Mỹ gốc Hồng Kông cũng sẽ có mặt ngày hôm nay để tham gia vào cuộc biểu tình chung tập
Can you say something?
Thank you. Bạn thấy chúng tôi đang đứng ngay trong khuôn viên của tòa thị chính của thành phố Biểu Tình và
No Chinese. All of our script is stopping. Stop. No.
Stop you. One more people.
Bà con nếu ai ở gần downtown thì ghé tới City Hall nhé. 901 Bagby Street 77002 City Hall. Quý vị xuống đây sẽ thấy ngay City Hall thì cũng vẫn còn nhiều chỗ đậu xe, quý vị cứ tới nhé.
Good afternoon. We will be starting our rally in just a few minutes. Please proceed to get to know each other, just meeting new people. It's fantastic that we have such a great turnout, and we will start in about 5 to 10 minutes. More than 5, less than 10 minutes. Thank you.
Nói gì nói cho cái từ. Thank you em. Oh, who can say something?
đồng minh của cộng đồng và những người dân trên thế giới về cái chiến này.
Bây giờ đi xa hết trơn.
Where it would fly.
Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
Chắc có chụp hình đứng nữa.
Hồi nãy mấy rồi. Nãy mà có thấy cái sign mà China don't mess with China. Đâu biết là thấy sign. Nãy mình chụp với tụi nó rồi.
Ok. Bà bị Fiero tới không?
Đây nè.
Bà Fiero.
Bà Fiero.
Không thấy. Nó sắp sửa bắt đầu. Nó sắp sửa bắt đầu rồi.
Find out who that guy
Cái gì?
Người tới say hi giọng rất là thân thiện đó. You know him that I have no idea. Giờ ông đi kiếm ông đó. Cái này vô giùm em á. Tại cái này là nếu mà muốn cho tiền á, cái bà kia bà send cho em á, thì em có thể post lên chụp hình tay đó.
Em gấp em bỏ những bắp ra. Cứ gấp lại bỏ những bắp.
Tại cái này
thì gọi bà Fiero bà có tới được không? Bởi vì gọi phải lúc thôi vậy.
Đông nhất ở đây. Hi Martha, are you coming to downtown today? Oh, okay. Okay, all right, no problem. Okay. Con mới tới được, tại vì ông chồng bà plan cái surprise birthday party cho bà. It's okay, tại vì mình cần cái ông Johnny Ticket nữa không?
Dạ để thấy ông cha tới vậy là kêu.
Em có nói với ông Johnny, ông phải lo cái đó. Nói rồi. Cho nên nãy là em lên em say hello to Ukraine. Cho nên công hồn quá trời. Tới để support.
Anh em thấy gần cái máy này tới không đó nó.
Good afternoon.
Bắt đầu rồi.
One more time. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. And in Ukrainian, we're used to saying Slava Ukraini. That means glory to Ukraine and to the heroes' glory. Thank you so much for coming this afternoon. Thank you so much for everybody being here. My name is Luba Dub, and I was extremely honored when they reached out to me today to be able to MC this event. I am born and bred Houstonian from the north side, and I went to Durkee Elementary, Hamilton Middle School, and Beller High School, and I really grew up here, got used to the humidity, and there was no looking back. I've always been an active participant in the Ukrainian community, and it warms my heart to see all of these people, not only from the Houston Ukrainian community, but from various communities here. It just absolutely blows me away that we have so much support in this time of need for Ukraine. I would like to thank the Hong Kong community of Texas. We have the Vietnamese community of Houston. We have various other organizations. The Taiwan community also is here. I see some, yes, that's right. We also have our brethren, our brothers from Poland, Polska. All right, excellent, excellent. And let's see, we have a flag from Lithuania. Where? We also, excuse me? Absolutely, the Vietnamese community has been extremely active. Thank you. They literally rented buses and came here by the busloads. It's in droves. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Everybody stands together today with Ukraine. If I forgot a country and you represent that country, please let us know. I see you. Belarus is also here. That's another one we cannot forget. There we go. All right.
Freedom for Ukraine!
We do, yes. Somebody said freedom for Ukraine. And I think the freedom for Ukraine also means freedom for the world. we absolutely appreciate everybody here, and we wouldn't have liked to be here under these circumstances. We would have liked to meet new people and network under much more peaceful and prosperous times, but the time right now is a call for freedom and a call for independence, and it's unfortunate that Ukraine has to be that victim and that example that the evil has to stop. And we understand that good will prevail, and we see that with the amount of support that we're getting from so many different countries, people representing different countries. And you have to know that Houston is one of the most diverse, if not the most diverse city in the United States. We represent so many different people from socioeconomic, ethnic, religious backgrounds, and that really does enrich our community, and that brings together ideas and technology and development, and just it really is a melting pot, and I'm so happy that we're here. So from the Ukrainian community of Houston, Texas, thank you so much. Дуже щиро вам дякую from the bottom of our hearts. So today we would like to start out, that being said, today we would like to start out with a thought for everybody who has been a victim and is trying to survive right now in Ukraine, and for those that have lost their lives and put down their, taken a final knee down for liberty and for the motherland, for the country that really just like every average American wants their families to just live peacefully, find a good job, support their family, go to their places of worship, raise their children to be successful in life. They don't want anything else except for that. So we would like a moment of silence, 30 seconds if you will, for everybody who has made the ultimate sacrifice in this war against Russia. Thank you. Now, without further ado, as all rallies start, we would like to begin with the U.S. national anthem. Roman Chervonohrodsky, an active Ukrainian member of the Ukrainian Houston community, will lead us in singing the U.S. national anthem.
Wow.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you so much, Roman. We will also follow the U.S. national anthem with one that is near and dear to all of our hearts in Ukraine, the Ukrainian national anthem.
Ще немела Україна, ні слава, ні воля, ще нам, браття українці, увічнива доля. Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці, запанує і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці. Soul and body we will lay down to fight for our freedom, and we'll show that we're united in the Cossack nation. Душу тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Слава Україні! Слава Україні!
Thank you so much for that anthem, both anthems. It makes me so proud to be both American and Ukrainian right now. Without further ado, actually, this is a little bit of a backstory. Ukraine has had a few consulate generals helping out Ukrainian citizens here in America. It was in Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York. But Texas really desperately needed one, and we did so much work and effort to try and get a consulate general here to represent our businesses and to create lasting relationships economically, socially, culturally with Ukraine here in Houston. Texas, as I mentioned before, is so diverse, and we're just a melting pot of ideas and technologies and all kinds, just culture in general. And we wanted to see if we could try to establish a more solid relationship and representation here in Houston. And as we couldn't ask for it, it was so timely. In December, the Consulate General, Ukraine assigned a Consulate General to be opened here in Houston in December of 2021. And it couldn't have happened at a better time for us all. I would like to introduce Vitaly Tarasyuk. He is the honorary Consul General of Ukraine here in Houston. He has worked effortlessly, endlessly, just absolutely establishing relationships with different companies here in Houston, making sure that the word spreads and gets out that there is a strong Ukrainian community here, and we love to cooperate to establish commercial relationships with everybody here in Houston, to make sure that we can fortify our community with that of Ukraine, and to spread the word that we are a community that is ready to represent both Houston and Ukraine on the socioeconomic, on the political, on the commercial, economic level, culturally as well. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Honorary Consul of Ukraine here in Houston, Vitaly Tarasyuk.
Dear Ukrainians, dear Houstonians, thank you for being here. I want to thank all of other communities of Houston who are here with us today. You know, the hardest places in hell are reserved for those who remain indifferent and neutral in a time of moral crisis. Thank you for not being indifferent. Thank you for not being neutral. Thank you for being here today with us. As you know, Ukraine is fighting unprovoked Russian aggression for 11 days already. The human toll of victims is going and rising every day. Ordinary civilians, children are being killed, and the number toll is in thousands already, in thousands of ordinary civilians being killed by Putin regime. It has to stop. Ukrainian army and Ukrainian citizens are bravely fighting for their independence, for their territorial integrity, and for the democracy of the whole Europe and of the whole world. We have to be united. We have to support Ukrainians fighting back in our homes by asking our governments globally to shut the skies over Ukraine, protect Ukraine's skies, because Putin's airplanes and missiles are being landed on the civilians every day. Big cities, small villages are being shelled every minute as we speak. We have to ask the governments globally to provide Ukraine with military aircrafts, with the missiles, and to establish a humanitarian area in the skies of Ukraine. We have to make this happen. Ukraine needs this support. We need to be united. More than 1 million Ukrainians left the country and are seeking, mostly children and women, and are seeking refuge in many countries around the world. We have to continue to support Ukraine by providing more military assistance to Ukraine. Ukrainians are willing to fight and ready to fight. More than 100,000 civilians enrolled in territorial defense units across the whole country. They need more weapons to protect their men, women, and elderly. We need to be more active. We need to provide more humanitarian aid and assistance. Here at this rally, at this vigil, we have information available for all those that are willing and ready to help. Please find information how you can help Ukraine now. How can you support Ukrainian military? How can you support Ukrainian people? How you can donate to different charities and support Ukraine now. Don't be indifferent. We have to stop doing business with Russia. We ask the Texas authorities, the Houston authorities, stop doing business with Russia. By doing business with Russia, you support the war in Ukraine. By the refugees, the money you receive from the trade with Russia, they are tinted with the blood of Ukrainian children. We have to stop it. Boycott Russia's trade. Don't trade with Russia's entities globally. Don't buy Russian goods. Be united in defending Ukraine, wherever you are. God bless Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!
Putin must die!
Clear the sky! Clear the sky!
Clear the sky! Clear the sky! Clear the sky! Clear the sky!
Thank you, Honorary Consul. It is very true, and we want a no-fly zone over Ukraine. We understand all the support that we have gotten through these last 11 days, but we know that NATO said no to helping Ukraine with a no-fly zone over their land on Friday. They said that it was not their war to fight, and that's absolutely not true. Because in 2008, Ukraine was ready to join NATO, and it did not happen. 2 countries out of the 30 countries that were part of NATO voted no for a program for membership to NATO. That happened in 2008. We would not be here today if they had let in Ukraine to NATO. We feel that this organization has finally gotten together, unfortunately had to take thousands of lives, Ukrainian lives, to show that we really need NATO to stick together and stick to their guts and stick to the core. And we hope that you all are able to call your senators and your congressmen and tell them, convince them, keep fighting for that. We really need that, guys. We need a no-fly zone. And now we have Honorary Consul Boris Vitaly Verosyuk again.
We have a statement for the support of Ukraine on behalf of Senator Ted Cruz, and his chief of staff will deliver the information to you.
Thank you, Vitaly. It's great to be here today and stand in support of our friend and ally, Ukraine. I have a statement that Senator Cruz issued yesterday after he spoke with President Zelensky. The Ukrainian people and President Zelensky are showing the world what a free country looks like when fighting for its survival against totalitarian aggression, even at overwhelming odds. We've all been moved by their bravery and heroism. It is incumbent upon the United States to ensure that our Ukrainian allies have what they need to defend themselves and that Putin does not have resources he needs to fund his war machine. President Zelensky told us his top priority is that the Ukrainians need to take back their skies, which are being used by Putin to wage war against cities and murder civilians. The United States and our allies should move immediately to provide them, above all else, with fighter jets and assets like Stingers and other anti-aircraft assets. We must also continue supplying them with additional lethal aid, especially javelins. Democrats in the Senate need to end their delays, and the Biden administration needs to cease withholding actionable intelligence from Kyiv. Meanwhile, the United States should immediately implement an oil and gas embargo on Russia. If the Biden administration won't do so, Congress should mandate it. As President Zelensky told us, boycotting Russian oil and gas would be the most potent sanctions we can impose, by far, and is also the only economic sanctions that can quickly affect Russia's ability to continue financing its aggression. In the coming days, Congress will focus on aid to Ukraine. We should consider a standalone Ukraine military aid package to get them the assistance they need as quickly as possible. Ukraine, its people, and its leaders will not survive if we settle for half measures and delay. We stand with Ukraine.
Thank you for those words, and again, we really want you to reach out to your congressman. It means so much, not emailing, not writing them letters, actually giving them phone calls, because they understand that they need to listen to their voters. They want to talk to you guys. They want to understand what is important for you. I'd like to, again, thank the communities here of Houston for helping us organize this. And one of the big communities that said, hey, let's do something today. Let's, stand up in front of City Hall and let's really show that we are a united city and we are united for Ukraine. And not only do we stand for Ukraine, but we stand up for Ukraine. And that community is the Vietnamese community. And special thank you for them all. And we would like to introduce Jimmy Nguyen to say a few words and perhaps sing a song. Jimmy, come on now. Come on.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. This was supposed to be a peace rally, but my heart is burning since last Wednesday night. I want peace. Do we want peace? And first of all, I forgot, dear Consul General Vitaly and the Ukrainian American, it touches my heart very much because I'm just here, a little man, an individual in the Vietnamese community. We've been here in Texas since the late 70s. Not because of our choice, ladies and gentlemen, because of war, because of some evil man plan to take over another country and take away their independence. That man is Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam. He came down and invaded our freedom, democracy country, and that ended up, we have millions of Vietnamese to become refugees. So when I saw the war in Ukraine, what I see is my country 47, 48 years ago. The suffering of life that will cause because of the evilness of man. So I say, you know what? I can't do anything. I'm not a warrior, but I want to go and support and stand with the Ukrainian people. And the Ukrainian people, thank you so much for welcoming me, teaching me your culture, teaching me your way. So I come and I just be here, and I'm very happy that I call out. And VidTV Network will say, Jimmy, if you want to do it, let's do it. We should join them. And they dedicated a lot of their media time, their TV, their radio, just to get the Vietnamese people involved. So how many Vietnamese people here today? And I want to say thank you to the Taiwanese American, yes. Thank you so much, our friendship, because we all suffer through war and we all suffer to some type of tyranny that picking on ourselves. And my heart broke every single time I turn on the TV. I have not watched the news because all I see is pain. All I see is family shattered. My family has 10 people, but my brother and sister, because of war, My brother and sister have never sat together in one room in our life. Never. Until my dad died. That's because of war. And that's what I see in Ukraine. So whatever you do, whatever you can do, pray. You can give. If you can speak. If you can vote, please vote. Because that is something that we all can do. And I beg everyone, and thank you so much for other community that I have not mentioned to come out. May I have a few minutes to talk to the Vietnamese people? Kính thưa quý vị, Chi Nguyện đến đây để mà cộng tác giúp cho những người Ukraine đã đến cái nước này, và họ cũng cho nói đó là cái tổng lãnh sự của họ đã mới mở hồi tháng 12 cho nên cái dân của họ rất là ít, cho nên họ cần cái sự giúp đỡ của chúng ta, và chúng ta nên và cần phải đến đây là tại vì cái nước của họ đang bị hiện tại bây giờ là đang bị giống như là nước Việt Nam của mình 47 năm trước đây, thì gia đình của họ sẽ bị tan nát, con cái sẽ không còn cha mẹ, anh chị em không còn nhau là tại vì chiến tranh. Thì chúng ta đến đây, cộng đồng người Việt cũng như là cộng đồng người Hoa, người Ukraine, người Georgia, tất cả đây để mình nêu lên một tiếng nói là chúng ta ủng hộ Ukraine, ủng hộ tự do, và thấy cái điều mà Ukraine làm là không có đúng, Liên Xô, Nga làm là không có đúng, và chúng ta binh vực luôn luôn vĩnh viễn. Cho nên nước Việt Nam của chúng ta hãy luôn luôn ủng hộ tự do.
Yes, freedom, no war.
Thank you. We stand with Ukraine, the Vietnamese community. Thank you so much.
We stand with Ukraine. Yay!
Thank you so much, Jimmy. We have one more representative from the Vietnamese community. ETM Nguyen would like to say a few words as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I say freedom, you all reply, Ukraine, out real loud, so God can hear us. Freedom! For Ukraine, okay? Once again, freedom! Freedom!
For Ukraine!
Freedom!
For Ukraine!
Freedom!
For Ukraine!
Freedom!
For Ukraine!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Houstonian. We are Vietnamese American. We want to ask our God, Jesus Christ, save the Ukraine. Putin must die. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, ETM. I would also like to take the opportunity to introduce everybody who doesn't know someone from the Ukrainian community. Hopefully you guys have had enough time to kind of mingle and talk to some of our Ukrainians here and introduce each other and just try to start a new community with these people and just connect with them. And we're hoping that we can kind of show who we are as well on stage here. And I'll tell you something, when Thursday night happened last week, I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. It took me about 2 days to finally have it sink in on what was going on. And I reached out to all of my friends in the Ukrainian community that were so active for the past 8 years. I won't delve into that too much because that's a whole nother rally. But for the past 8 years, and we said, what can we do? And within a day or two, we formed a new organization called HTX for Ukraine. We not only wanted to do something for Ukraine, but we wanted to do something for Ukraine in the name of Houston, Texas. And we created an organization. We got in contact with Medical Bridges, which is a nonprofit 501c3 that will be able to transport medical aid to Ukraine via Poland. We have worked diligently with the Consulate General here in Houston to make sure that we can get those medical supplies here. It's been an incredible journey this past week. I can't say how much I've slept, but definitely not a lot. And there's a lot of us who have been like that. Whether they're worried about their families or worried about how they can help more. This organization is here for you guys. Anything you need. We've had calls, ever since we were established, we had calls for people saying, we are going to open up our houses for people who need somewhere to escape. We will not charge them. That is just incredible to us. We have people reaching out for all kinds of things, humanitarian aid, for helping out people who have to flee the country. for injured people. Medical Bridges is a wonderful company, a wonderful incorporated nonprofit organization that has been here in Houston for 25 years, and they're working with us. FedEx we have been in negotiations with FedEx as well, and they have helped us out as well. They said, yes, we'll help you, bottom cost, bottom of the barrel, just cover our gas, cover our fuel, and we'll get the supplies to Poland so we can get it to Ukraine. We're also seeking military aid as well. We know that there are a few things that Ukrainians really, really need right now, and that is to protect and save lives. We know exactly what that is, and we're trying to raise funds for non-lethal military aid. That includes combat first aid kits. We're looking for ballistic vests and ballistic helmets. We are doing everything we can to try and save lives. We'll help the Department of Defense figure everything out, but we as a Houston community can help with that. And we appreciate that. Now, before I keep on talking, thank you so much, everybody. We really appreciate it. Our goal is to raise $100,000 this week, and it is absolutely possible. It is absolutely possible. We have had people reaching out and just throwing money at us saying, buy some vests. Without further ado, I'd like to announce our next person, who was one of those people that founded this, and is, I guess you could say, a spokesperson for HTX for Ukraine. She was the former president of the Ukrainian American Cultural Club of Houston, and her name is Irina Petrovska-Marchiano. She is from Ukraine, but she calls Houston her second home. Irina?
Thank you very much. I put down some thoughts this morning that I would like to share with you. I am here today because I was born in Ukraine. I am also here today because I'm a proud Texan Ukrainian. I am here today as a mother of my two daughters, whose grandparents are currently in Ukraine, under imminent danger of senseless and brutal genocide, an extermination campaign waged by the Russian government just for being Ukrainian. The Russian government thinks that Ukraine is a false nation with no right to exist. I exist. My language exists. My culture exists. Ukrainians have the right to exist. Each morning, my children recite Pledge of Allegiance in their school. It ends with the words, liberty and justice for all. Liberty and justice for all. I am here today to call on the United States government because I believe in those same words. Americans believe in those same words. But those words only mean something when they are backed by action. I want to recognize all of those brave Ukrainians fighting to defend their freedom, the future of their children, and the future of our land. I am grateful to the United States government, my fellow Americans, Texans, and Houstonians, and the rest of the world who have denounced this war and shown their support for Ukraine through sanctions, provision of supplies, and humanitarian aid. But I have to humbly ask for more help. We need peacekeepers on the ground. We need protected skies for Ukraine. A bully like Putin does not care about his own people. We've seen a lot of evidence of that in recent days. And he will not cave under sanctions alone. He will continue to disseminate Ukraine with no regard for civilian life, to render it simply non-existent. We must act decisively and now, while there is still a country we can save. Lest we look back in 20 years and ask ourselves, could we have done more? Slava Ukraini, God bless America.
Thank you, Ida, for those words. I think that spoke to everyone personally I'd like to introduce one other person who is also a co-founder and a big proponent of HTX for Ukraine. I've known him for a really long time. We kind of grew up together, and he's been an active part of the Ukrainian community ever since he was born. He's a fellow Houston Texan just like I am, and I'm so proud to call him my brother, Nestor Dube.
All right, I'm just gonna do this one. Thank you everyone for being here. This just makes my heart swell with joy that we have so much support and love for Ukraine. As my sister mentioned, I'm Nestor Dube. My oldest sister, Nadia Dube, is in Ukraine with my two nieces and our extended family. My wife is from Ukraine. I met her and married her there. Her parents are there. My son's grandparents are there. My sister-in-law is there, and their family is there. I don't know how this happened, and I once told my wife, I said, I don't know why I love Ukraine as much as I do, but I know I do. The way I love you, that's how I love Ukraine. I can't prove it, I don't know how to show it, it's just impossible, it's just unexplainable. And it's just never ending, and it's just a passion that I can't give up. And I want you to understand that passion. In 2014, when Russia took over Crimea, we couldn't hold ourselves back. We started with shipping a printer to stop Yanukovych and get rid of him as president. We started buying military aid, supplies to protect Ukrainian lives on the front line fighting against tyrants. And we've made every dollar go as far as we can. Our inspiring message has always been what is written on the back of my shirt, which is, what have you done for Ukraine today? Ukraine deserves everyone's help, because Ukraine is not fighting just for Ukraine. Ukraine is fighting for the entire world. A lot of foreign policy is based on power. It's not necessarily based on what's right and what's wrong. I think we all know that. It's based on power. But what Ukraine is fighting for today is not power. Ukraine is fighting for freedom. If you ever want to know what a Ukrainian feels like, I'm a native Texan. I grew up here. I grew up in Houston, went to Waltrip High School. I took Texas history. If you all remember, the very first battle of the Texas Revolution was at the Battle of Gonzales. And it's that famous flag that everybody knows, come and take it. If you think Ukrainians don't know what come and take it means, just watch them fight. They fight with passion. They fight fiercely. They put their lives down. It's right in their own national anthem. My soul, my body, I will lay it down for our freedom. It's right in the national anthem. Please help Ukraine fight for its freedom. Don't make them put down their lives for their freedom. That's what everyone in this world deserves. Please help us. Help us defend Ukrainians. Help us equip them with the things they need in order to fight for their freedom, for what's right in this entire world. They are fighting for the entire world. Help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Couldn't have said it better myself. Part of our Houston community, and the reason why we're here and we're on the map of Houston, is our Ukrainian American Cultural Club of Houston. It's a nonprofit organization as well, and they do exactly what the name of the organization says, Ukrainian American Cultural Club of Houston. We have a culture, we have a history, and we want to show it. We have events every year at our church. And we love to share our food, our music, our dancing, our culture with everybody who would love to participate with us. And the Ukrainian American Cultural Club does so many things, one of which was to introduce the Consul General of Ukraine here in Houston in December. And they have worked nonstop to make sure he's introduced to the right people. And it couldn't have come at a better time. And the Ukrainian American Cultural Club is extremely active in that, in making sure that the word gets out, that everybody can understand that Ukraine is a nation. We do have a history, and we want to have a future. I would like to introduce the treasurer of the Ukrainian American Cultural Club of Houston, Natalia Pashchenko, who calls Houston her home, her second home as well. Natalia.
Wow, so many people. I am not a speaker. That's the first time I am standing here in front of you and telling you that 10 days ago, I would be telling you about Ukrainian culture, about how to make borscht, what vareniki is, and what's the difference between vareniki and pierogi. I would tell you about chicken Kiev. But now our priorities change completely. We are talking where we can buy weapons. We are talking about clear sky and no Russian invasion. And here, as a person who have ties to Ukraine, because my disabled sister today, sitting on the 7th floor of 9-story building, and she cannot leave this building. And she's sending me messages every single day. They are bombing us. I'm gonna go and stay in the bathroom because the walls are stronger in the bathroom. How it makes me feel. And I was getting support from a lot of people. Every community in Houston supported me. I probably cannot even mention all of them. But what I would like to say, I would like to say to Russians, and I have connections to Russia. I was born in Russia. And I can change my citizenship, but I cannot change place where I was born. And all my life, I will have in my passport, place of birth, Russia. I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed to hold this passport. I don't know. I'm not going to probably even travel because it kind of breaks my heart. Country, which I call that my birthplace, is attacking country where my ethnic family lives and my ethnicity belongs. That's wrong. That's wrong from any standpoint. And I'm calling all Russian nationals here and abroad, please condemn your government. Please tell your people in your country, stop attacking us. We're a small country. We're only 45 million Ukrainians. And there is a bigger and more aggressive country of 145 million is attacking us. There is no match. We need a no-fly zone. Our civilians are dying today. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone.
No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone.
No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone. No-fly zone.
No-fly zone.
I hope this message, Russian nationals who live in Houston or people who have a dual citizenship with Russia, will pass it on to their relatives in Russia and explain, we didn't invade Russia. We are not a threat to Russia. And we're defending our land, and we will defend our land. Freedom to Ukraine, and thank you very much, and thank you our whole community who come here. And we have QR code, because I'm a treasurer, I have to talk about money, yeah? We have QR codes for donations. We have a couple of non-profit organizations, and if anybody donates to non-profit organization, I will be gladly write you a receipt, and you can deduct from for tax purposes. So we appreciate you coming here. We appreciate your donation, and please continue fight for us. And I never expect such a response from all Houston community, and I'm so happy that I met so many friends right now. And Jimmy told me that he didn't meet any Ukrainian 4 days ago. Where's Jimmy? Now,
anh chị bây giờ hả?
You know, I know a lot of Vietnamese or Chinese or Japanese people didn't meet any Ukrainians. Now you know us. We're good people. Come to our culture club when it's all over. Thank you very much.
Biết rớt rừng chỗ nào không?
Em đâu biết đâu.
Chị không biết đâu.
Em.
Героям слава! Героям слава! Героям слава!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Putin!
I'm
I'm gonna get kicked off the stage for that one.
Mà đặng bà biết ở đâu
Sometimes it has to be said
em nói
truth hurts,
em
right?
đứng bên đó là biết rồi, đi qua bên hướng đó phải không?
Thank you so much, Natalia, for that
Bên tay
passionate,
trái của khán
passionate
đài.
few words. It really does hit home that it's touching lives. It's ruining people's lives.
Cảm ơn.
Come and
There
being
are-
here. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
There are laws that are being broken. What is happening right now is not just unjust, it's criminal. It's criminal. Civilians are being targeted. Our museums, our history is being destroyed. Putin will not stop. He thought that this would end sooner than he expected. He did not think we would be standing here at day 11. He thought that we would put down our arms and give up. But this is our Alamo. We will not give up. We will not give up. The Ukrainian people do not want him to ruin them. He is ruining all of our museums, all of our cultural heritage sites, our monuments, our history, our culture, our DNA. We need to stop him. We need to stop him. We need to stop this war. Stop this war.
Stop this war! 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 Stop this war!
Chị gọi chị Vân giùm em đi, gọi Vân giùm em. Nói ngay cái chỗ mình chụp hình nhảy xe bus đi tới là chị biết rồi, quẹo qua đây cái thôi. Biết chị đâu. Muốn quay sơ cái hình ảnh đây chút. Còn rất là đông anh chị, nhưng mà tại vì mình phải về sớm một tí, đông lắm nha.
Ủa bên đâu rồi em? Bedroom á, đâu đó. Bây giờ là tụi nó bắt đầu living á. Sao mình kiếm cho đi. Bây giờ chị trở lại bên trái của khán đài nha, cái chỗ mà nãy xe bus xuống á. Bây giờ bên trái khán đài chị từ nãy khán đài mình
Chỗ xe bus á, nhảy đứng chụp hình với em á.
Sao? Chị gần tới.
Thấy mắt thì phải kiếm được đường đi thôi chứ trời đất.
Tạ.
Chị á hả?
Lớn tuổi không tả lắm. Em bận, em không cần biết. Vì tại giờ
Rất là đông O ơi, hello O, ở nhà. Đông quá trời đông luôn O. Hết ở trong á.
chạy tới chị coi cổng cho nên chỉ có là chị chụp đúng cái hình.
Ồ, có lên không? Đi. Ok, bye bye anh chị.